Welcome back to our channel. In short, it's about whether or not we're gonna raise Bella, our little one, as a vegetarian, a vegan, or meat eater, or pescatarian, or anything in the spectrum in between. I can only say from my experience that I've tried different diets for different reasons. So I went paleo. If you know paleo, it's the very heavy on the meat end diet with nuts, all healthy, no sugars, no simple carbs. I did that for a year and I felt amazing for it. Got in really good shape for it, I felt alert, had lots of energy, that was great. Then a couple of years ago I started researching a bit more into animal welfare, how the animal industry works, and as many of you know, it's horrendous. So for moral reasons, I stopped eating meat for quite a long time.
I had a lot of issues with my skin and my stomach and just sort of, all my life. And so after, a few years, I've just really been trying to figure out what I can do to make it better and what's wrong and what the issue is.
Yeah.
And so after doing a lot of research, I started to realize that it's my diet and it's what I'm eating. And so for about a year and a half, I went pescatarian.
Yeah.
But not only pescatarian, I would describe it as it's like a vegan diet. I'm not saying a vegan, but a vegan diet, but with fish.
Okay.
So I still didn't eat dairy, I didn't eat cheese because I'm lactose intolerant anyway. That made a huge difference. I've lost some weight, my skin cleared up, I felt amazing, I felt a lot better. But I tried to go gluten-free for a while as well, just to see if that helps with my stomach, which is an entirely different thing. But it was, helpful not to eat carbs as well, obviously, which made a big difference.
Right.
Slowly sort of transitioned back into eating meat little by little. Now it's the same with me, for moral reasons. I realized that, and I have realized that it's just not right and it doesn't seem right. So,
eating meat.
Exactly.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not totally against eating meat, in a different way. There are, in my opinion, there are ways of doing it, but the way we do it in our everyday life, it just doesn't, seem right. When I became pregnant, is when I started eating meat again, because after a while of not eating meat, I started to feel the health side of it.
Okay.
I started to notice that I need, so I just needed meat in my diet.
Yeah, I mean, I remember you were craving certain red meats in particular.
Yeah.
And it's almost like your body was telling you, like, I'm deficient in something and red meat is gonna help.
Yeah, because I have to say that I did these type of things without doing the proper research, in the sense that I didn't fully substitute.
Yeah.
So I would say I'm not gonna eat meat now, but I wasn't smart enough to do the research. But okay, what amounts of what I need to eat?
Right.
And so in that case,
it is difficult.
it's very difficult.
I mean, I know with meat especially, red meat is very high in creatine. And creatine is really difficult to get in the diet if you're vegan or vegetarian. And creatine is really important for, I'm not 100% sure, but I know it's something to do with muscles and like energy flow within the body. So, okay, so getting back to it, do you raise the child as a vegetarian, a vegan, or a meat eater? And if you're choosing one of those, is it because of ethical, moral, religion for some, or health reasons? Because they're all different attributes to it.
Exactly.
Because I know there are certain, there are health benefits having meat and fish, in the sense that it's easier to get certain things into the little body's body.
Right.
But for me, as a meat eater, at the moment I'd classify myself as a meat eater, I think there's something really twisted and morbid about feeding a young child that hasn't really got the awareness and knowing what the food is yet. I mean, I'm from the idea that we've all kind of been conditioned to be numb to the fact that we're eating animals anyway. So if you're a 3-year-old eating sliced ham, you have no idea that it's from a pig.
Right.
And if maybe you hadn't eaten ham until you were 10, and then there was like, oh, this is a pig, you'd not want to do it. Is it fair to feed them meat?
Right. Well, so this
when
is...
maybe they don't want to eat an animal.
Right.
You know?
No, this is where, I mean, I do agree with that. It doesn't seem right, because with us, we can make the choice. She won't be able to make that choice yet. Now, once she makes the choice, after all the information given, and she chooses to, that's a different thing. The only concern that I have is obviously because for ourselves we haven't looked into it properly.
Right.
That we would need to make 100% sure that she gets all the nutrition that she needs.
Right.
But we all know that it's possible because there are people out there who raise children without eating meat.
I'm kind of torn between the two ideas of, is it moral, like, regardless of the moral ground of how the animals are killed, is it morally right to feed your child meat against their will of knowing that they're eating an animal, against the health benefits that they might get from it? And weighing it up, like, are the health benefits even there
Right.
that they wouldn't get? One of the reasons why it's so difficult for me to give up meat, apart from the fact that I like the taste and it's sometimes easier, I really believe it's a conditioning that we've had from,
Yeah.
we're so detached, like every time you eat a sausage or bacon or whatever, you're detached from the fact that it used to be a living animal. And I think that's because we've been fed this since we were young.
Yeah.
And I don't think, I don't know, that's one of our
I mean, there are places out there where you can get meat or fish or anything from. And I know from personal experience, you know, growing up, seeing a lot of my family lived in the countryside and they kept their own animals and
Right.
their own animals were kept, you know, in great conditions. And so there are in some circumstances, in my opinion.
Right, because I was going to say some vegans will be shouting at
No, yeah, of course,
shouting
and
at
that's-
us going like,
and
a
that's-
life's a life.
Yeah, exactly.
Which
and
it
that's
is,
perfect.
too.
I think that what I would try, or we would try to completely limit,
Yeah.
if not eliminate from their diet at all, is the pre-packaged processed meats
The
that we
torture
can get
meat.
at the supermarket. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's something that I don't want to give her. And then obviously later on, you know, she can decide. I mean, I doubt that she will decide to want to torture animals.
No, yeah, sure.
But, you know.
If we were to raise Bella limited amount of meat, would you cut back all the meat eating as well?
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course we would have to. We would have to because at the end of the day with children the most important thing is that you lead by example.
Right.
And so whatever we do,
Yeah,
you can never be a hypocrite with a child. You can never
Yeah.
do something, at least in my opinion, but I'm sure you agree, you can't do anything which then you have to explain to
No,
her,
you
well, I
can't-
can do, but
right,
you can't.
exactly.
That
Yeah, no, that's
doesn't-
ridiculous. Let us know what you think. Do you raise your children vegan, vegetarian, pescatarian?
It's all a personal choice and we all respect everybody and everybody
Right.
should, you know, do vice versa. So we would never attack somebody who doesn't eat meat or eats meat because that's at the end of the day, it's your personal choice. And what we talk about here is our own opinions and how we want to raise
Yeah.
our child. This is just something that we're interested in to see what other people are thinking because we're willing to learn and grow and maybe we'll find pieces of information that we think, wow, this is amazing, we
Absolutely,
really
yeah.
want to know. But that's what we want to provide to others.
Ultimately, we just want to raise Bella the best way possible.
Yeah.
And lead by example.
Yeah.
So comment, like, subscribe, do all that great stuff. Get involved in the... Okay, so just as we were finishing, the battery cut out. Classic. Comment, like, subscribe, get involved in the debate. Let us know what you think.
Keep it chill
Keep it
and
PG.
peaceful.
In the next video, we're going to be talking about raising a child with apparently
Beast.
a dangerous dog. If you've got a dog and you raised a newborn, let us know how it went. But in the next video, yeah. Anything else?
No.
That's it.
Right.
Cheers. Come on, boy. Let it come. Light up. Come on. It looks amazing.